about the 8-core system. So 8-core system is something you need to do daily, like 8 steps. 8 things that you need to do every day and make it as a daily habit. So let me just go over what are the things on the list. Okay, so the right side is what I have captured on the screen. So I just translated it in English. So on this paper, do you see those numbers? It's a daily checklist. So every center or every team, they do have a one piece of paper, and on the piece of paper is day 1 till day 30 or day 31st. So you put a check mark every single day for this 8 list for every single day. So what other list that you need to do every day? It's first reading. He said many people liking this part. Reading is like really important portion to become a leader. Without reading, you won't be able to learn. And he said you don't have to read a book like whole day or whole book, just 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes of your day, spend a time, read a book. Right? There's so many different leadership book, like a motivational book. Read a book will make a difference and will make you to see a bigger vision of life or yourself for your team too. And the second is watch VOD. VOD can be our Atomy VOD, and there are so many other motivational or inspirational VOD that you can watch. But for me, if I suggest to the newcomers or people who just been doing Atomy for a year, I suggest you to watch Atomy VOD because there are compared to the time when I started Atomy, there are tons of informations right now. So many VOD, so many success stories. Even CEO Park, more VOD is available right now. So every day, watch at least one. Right? You can be 15 minute CEO Park lecture or 30 minutes, depend on the time availability for your daily schedule. So watch VOD and put a check mark. And number 3, it says attend the meeting. So I think that's something we won't be able to do every day because you all are working full time and doing Atomy as a part time. But when he explained it, attend the meeting, it's not just going to center for the meeting. Zoom meeting can be part of it. Any conversation or group chat that you have. And he emphasized attending the seminar. He said, if you're afraid of getting rejections, you must go to the seminar. Seminar is a place where, yes, you get new information or you refresh your knowledge about the compensation, but not that. When you go to the seminar, you get passion again to share Atomy. Because when you go back to the real life, when you go back to reality, everybody is not on your side. When you're trying to share Atomy, everybody rejecting on you, right? People give a rejection on your proposals. So you go back to the seminar, that's where you get healed, and then you get your passion again, you see the vision of Atomy again, and you go back to the real life. So if you're scared of getting rejections, you have to be strengthening yourself. That's seminar is a place where you strengthen yourself. So it's not just regular daily meeting, attending the seminar or Success Academy, any gathering that you have for Atomy, go there. That's a place where you make yourself stronger. And number 4, use Atomy product. In Korean words, he said, you need not just using it, you need to love using Atomy product. So he made a joke in Korean. He said, okay, so when you're sleeping, you love toothpaste too much, so you're sleeping with the toothpaste. And the people were laughing in the audience. And if your husband's asking, do you love me or the toothpaste? And he said, you should answer the toothpaste, because is your husband's going to change your life or no? But Atomy toothpaste will help you to change your life. So you should really love Atomy product, not just using it, but you have to love every single product they're using it. So, using Atomy product, also put a check mark. And number 5, it says show the plan. But when we talk about show the plan from 8 step to success, that showed a plan of, sharing the vision or going over the compensation. So we're thinking maybe it will take at least an hour. But this showed a plan, something we do daily. So this is what he said. Imperial Master Lee said, show the plan in a core system. It's, you know what? Tell people why you're so happy, why you are so excited. Because you found the business where you'll be able to make $50,000. Right? And of course, people will be curious to find out. So tell them, hello, everyone. Hey, everyone, I found a business opportunity where I can make $50,000. If you want to know, you go and find out. Come with me and find out. That's show the plan. So I think that's the same way where Imperial Master Kim mentioned, right? How many times are you going to open up your store? Right? Because if you don't share, if you don't share to people that what you know, what makes you excited, people will never follow you. So that's a shoulder plan. Shoulder plan doesn't have to be talking about the whole Atomy company itself or the compensation. Just tell them what opportunity that you met and what makes you excited, and just ask them to go with you, find more information about it. And number 6, share Atomy vision product. In here, it's more about sharing a product. Same as how many times are you going to open up your store? And he also mentioned the tip. When you're sharing a product, don't think about how you are going to sell the product, right? Instead, how are you going to find out what product needed for them? So instead of when you meet somebody, okay, how in your mind, instead of thinking how I'm going to sell this toothbrush, or how I'm going to sell this shampoo, but instead change the way you approach. How's your health these days? Do you have any health loss problem? How's your skin condition? Is it too dry these days? Then from their answer, you will know what product you need to share. So if your focus is just on selling, probably it's not what they need. It's maybe not the product they need. But if you change your focus on them, ask them, right? Like what he said, right? Do you feel tired these days? I mean, are you catching a cold a lot these days? How's your skin condition, or how's your hair? Are you losing lots of hair? Then, according to that, we know what product we need to share. So whenever you do that, you put a check mark. And number 7, like it's a consultation, same as from ASAP to success. But it's not about, oh, sponsor, I do have this issue. Oh, sponsor, I have this dilemma. It's not about that. Because we're talking about something you are doing daily. Even just talking to your sponsor, hey, how was your day? Even that part of consult. So you can put a check mark on it, right? Something you do daily. Make a connection, right? I mean, like, what did you have for lunch? What did you have for dinner, right? Did you have a good day with Atomy? So just make a connection with your sponsors. That's a part of a core system. And the last one is gain trust. I know it's kind of broad meaning, but basically what he says, this business is a relationship business. So you want to win a heart from your your consumers or your partners or sponsors. You to win their heart, right? You want to trust, and think about how you can do that. In order to do that, you have to be the positive. You have to be the person who has a positive mindset. You need to smile more. Think about it. Even when you go to the store, will you go to the salesperson who smiles, or will you go to the salesperson who has a grumpy face? So definitely you will go and ask questions to the salesperson who has a smile on their face. So same thing, that's what we need to do, right? So in order for us to gain trust, we need to be the person that they will like us. So when you look at it, it's pretty much a simple thing we can do. But what he said, people, when he's asking people on his center to put a check mark on this A-core system and ask them to hand it in a month later. Surprisingly, many people put a X mark on the reading. And he asked, how come there's an X on it? And people say, oh, I don't have a time. I didn't know what to read. Most people say, I didn't have a time. But he said, you found a business where you can make $50,000 and you don't even want to spend 15 minutes of reading a book? which means you don't really value this business. You don't really see the clear vision of this business. In order for you to make $50,000, in order for you to become that leader, you need to read 15 minutes a day. If you cannot even do that, then forget about making $50,000. That's what he will tell his members. And one example he also shared, he went to Japan because he got invited to Atomy Japan to present present this A-core system to one of the Success Academy in Atomy Japan. And one of the staff, he's been doing there for many years. He's doing Atomy, but he volunteered to be a staff member. But he noticed that his business is not really growing. But since he's doing a lot of good things for Atomy Japan, Imperial Master Lee wanted to help him. So he requests for a meeting and they sat down. And he asked him to, why don't you fill out this A-core system? Right? So he put everything like a check. But for number 4, use Atomy product, he put X mark. Right? And then Imperial Master Lee asked him, that's a kind of easy thing to do, right? In order for you to do Atomy, you need to use the product, something you can share. And his response, do I really have to? In order for me to share Atomy or do Atomy business, do I really have to use the product? So from there, he got the key reason why his business is not being successful, right? Because of course he didn't see the vision. He thought he's seen the vision, but he haven't, right? He hasn't. That's why he didn't fall in love with the product, or he didn't find the necessity to use the product. And so I took a screen capture from his lecture. I'm sure many of you already seen this book or read this book. For Dale Carnegie, right? And influence people. He really recommended this. There are several other books that he also recommended, but the number one book he recommends for all the marketers to read. He said this book, right? This book. When I go to Amazon, this book was not that expensive, right? And I think I have 2 copies for it. So if any one of you wants to read, Christmas season is coming, right? So maybe you can stay over. You will stay home for the holidays, right? So if you want to borrow and read it, just message me. I'll bring it over, right? And he said on this book, one very important thing that it mentions, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Once you blame other person, right? So for example, Atomy, right? Oh my God, my business is not growing. It's my partner's fault. My business is not growing because my sponsor's fault. Once you start doing that, your business will never grow. Everything not working, blame on yourself. Right? And Atomy is a binary. So he said Atomy is a binary, but some people create a word. One line is a sponsor line, one line is a self line. It doesn't exist. Everybody responsible for the 2 lines. We all have to do 2 lines. And he said some people come and talk to him. Oh, somebody only do 1 line, but I have to do 2 lines. It's not I have to. It's must. Everybody responsible for 2 lines. And if it's either one, it's not working, it's not somebody else's fault, your fault. And go back to A-core system, daily habit, what you are missing. All right? Are you sharing daily? Are you showing the plan daily? If you're missing one of it, of course, you won't go to the right direction. So he said, remember, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. And for the gain trust, he said, you need to find, there are some partners or sponsors you don't really like or you cannot really get along, but still that person might have at least one thing likable, right? Always keep remember on that. And then tell that person, make a compliment on that person, right? So that also part of your daily habit of A-core system. I think that was the last for it. So I'll just go back to the list. So A-Core daily checklist. Probably I think I do have an English version of this daily checklist. I'll share to all of you later on, and maybe we can start doing our daily goals. Our daily goal is complete this A-Core checklist. So number one, reading just at least 50 minutes. Read anything, and watch VOD and attend the meeting. Number four, use the Atomy product and show the plan and share Atomy vision or product. Number seven is consult. And number eight, gain trust.